Okay, this is a character review for the characterization retakes for Fahrenheit 451, 2013. Okay, the first character we're going to look at is Montag. And the one thing that you want to remember about Montag is that he's constantly trying to do the right thing. He's constantly, desperately wanting to find the right thing to do. And he will eventually get there. He might take some missteps. He might not go there directly in a straight line, but eventually he'll do the right thing. And we see that with his relationship with Clarice, what he does with Faber, what he does with Beatty, and that eventually what he does by the end of the novel. Clarice wants to know. She wants to understand. She will do anything to find out the truth, to understand. And what is important is what's outside of her. We have the moment in the book where Montag reads the line in the book, "My favorite subject, myself." And Mildred says, "Oh, that's my favorite subject." And Montag remembers, that wasn't Clarice's favorite subject. Her favorite subject was everything outside of her. She wanted to know about everything around her, and that's why she would question. Faber, as we've seen, can be very cowardly. He admits he's very cowardly, but he also wants to help out. And he wants to have that sense of control. We look at that God-Job relationship that he has with Montag. And he wants to help, but he's going to stay back. He wants to be in control, to use his knowledge to help out the situation, but he's not one of the folks that's going to be able to go into the game, into the fray and fight. He's going to have to do it from behind the scenes, if you will. Mildred simply wants to numb herself from reality. She does not want to remember. She is symbolic of man's desire to forget the past, to forget all that he has learned. And we see that with Mildred because constantly when something bad happens, she simply runs for the pills. She wants to self-medicate and get away from reality. And lastly, we can see Beatty. He can be summed up with that one term that he uses, the illusion that he uses. Hey, we're the happiness boys. We're about fun and games. We're about making sure that people are having mindless fun. Because if they're having mindless fun, then there won't be any problems. There won't be any worries. And although we find that to be a dishonest truth, something that doesn't exist, and that Beatty is ultimately as unhappy as Mildred, he still is constantly wanting to make sure that people are being distracted with fun and games.